The AI industry is growing fast, and it's spending staggering sums building data centers, the huge banks of computers needed to power this new technology.
We are at the beginning of the most profound technological revolution in world history. Period.
The rapid rise of artificial intelligence is triggering a massive global investment wave in physical infrastructure, data centers, semiconductor chips, and energy systems. This surge is reshaping the technology landscape and global power markets. Technology giants and investors are expected to spend hundreds of billions of dollars in the coming years to build the computing capacity required for AI systems, turning what was once a digital industry into a capital-intensive infrastructure race.
Global AI spending will top more than $330 billion in 2025 and $500 billion by the end of 2026.
Recent estimates suggest hyperscale technology companies alone may invest nearly $700 billion in data center projects in 2026, highlighting the scale of the expansion.
It's the start of trillions being spent in this build-out of the fourth industrial revolution.
At the center of the boom are large data centers packed with specialized chips, primarily graphics processing units or GPUs, that power machine learning models.
5x, 10x the power factor of a regular data center CPU rack. It's driven this incredible demand for data center capacity.
Cloud providers and AI developers are racing to build facilities capable of training and running advanced AI systems, leading to a surge in global infrastructure spending.
Earlier in January, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg announced plans to build out tens of gigawatts of AI infrastructure this decade, and, quote, hundreds of gigawatts or more over time.
Analysts estimate that data center equipment and infrastructure spending could approach $1 trillion by 2030, driven largely by the growing computing power required by artificial intelligence systems. So what does it really take to power the AI revolution? Unlike earlier waves of internet innovation, modern AI requires enormous computing resources. Training large models demands thousands of advanced chips operating simultaneously, often housed in specialized facilities designed for high-density computing. This demand has propelled semiconductor manufacturers and chip designers into a central role in the AI economy. The semiconductor sector is experiencing unprecedented growth as companies compete to supply GPUs and advanced processors for AI workloads. Industry analysts say AI demand is pushing semiconductor revenues to new highs.
Micron has seen its stock price more than triple in just the last 6 months, adding hundreds of billions to its market cap.
Though the sector now faces the risk of becoming overly dependent on the AI boom.
Micron has actually declared that they are no longer going to produce consumer memory.
And Micron's one of them, and all of their production has gone to data centers. They don't sell to the public anymore.
Chip companies are also expanding investment in supporting technologies. In early 2026, major AI chip suppliers announced billions of dollars in investments in optical networking and photonic technologies to support the growing infrastructure required for AI data centers.
Photonic chips, on the other hand, produce almost no heat, making them a complete game changer for AI data centers.
This is going to be one of the largest cable facilities in the US.
And that's because people like Meta have such need right now because of AI.
The data center itself has become the physical backbone of the AI revolution. Once viewed primarily as IT infrastructure, data centers are now treated more like large-scale industrial facilities, requiring land, cooling systems, networking equipment, and reliable energy supplies. Global investment in data centers reached $61 billion in 2025, according to industry estimates, as cloud providers rush to expand capacity for AI computing. Market researchers expect the sector's capacity to nearly double within the decade, as companies deploy thousands of new AI-focused facilities worldwide. This rapid expansion has drawn interest from infrastructure investors, private equity firms, and sovereign wealth funds considering long-term assets within the artificial intelligence sector.
I would agree. I mean, we've been very focused on the infrastructure part of AI.
Data centers are increasingly viewed similarly to transportation networks or power plants, essential infrastructure underpinning the digital economy. While chip manufacturing and data center construction are accelerating, energy availability is emerging as a critical constraint. AI data centers require enormous amounts of electricity, not only for computing, but also for cooling the hardware. In fact, industry estimates suggest that up to 40% of a data center's total energy consumption can be dedicated to cooling systems alone. This highlights how thermal management has become one of the biggest efficiency challenges in AI infrastructure.
And the striking thing, when you look at these cabinets, is just how much they need when it comes to power, just how much they need when it comes to cooling. And you see the cooling here.
According to energy analysts, global electricity demand is rising at its fastest pace in more than a decade, with AI-driven data centers responsible for a significant share of that growth. AI infrastructure could add roughly 126 gigawatts of new power demand by 2028, equivalent to nearly the annual electricity consumption of Canada.
OpenAI CEO Sam Altman recently predicted that his company alone could consume 250 gigawatts of electricity by 2033.
Existing power grids are struggling to keep up. In some regions, companies reportedly have advanced AI chips ready to deploy. However, they cannot power them due to insufficient grid capacity or delays in connecting new data centers to electricity networks. Governments are increasingly concerned about the impact on energy systems and consumer electricity prices. Policymakers in the United States and other regions have begun exploring agreements, requiring technology companies to fund new power infrastructure needed for their data centers. The growing power demand is reshaping the broader energy sector. Utilities, renewable energy developers, and equipment manufacturers are positioning themselves to benefit from the AI infrastructure boom.
He's now in the business of helping tech companies find locations and determine the best generation method for power-thirsty data centers.
It's a new gold rush. You have everybody and their dog trying to jump into the data center and AI game.
Industry analysts note that energy technologies, from natural gas turbines to advanced power transmission systems, are seeing rising demand as tech companies search for reliable electricity sources for AI computing. In many cases, companies are exploring on-site energy generation, including renewable power and small-scale energy systems, to guarantee stable operations. Some technology firms are even considering self-funding the electricity infrastructure needed to support their AI facilities, in order to reduce pressure on public grids and communities.
We understand there's so much sensitivity. We're going to completely disconnect so we have no impact. And I think we might even go further where they provide one-way power.
The surge in AI infrastructure investment signals a major transformation in the digital economy. Artificial intelligence is no longer just software. It now depends on vast physical systems spanning semiconductor factories, data centers, optic fiber networks, and power plants. Experts say this shift could define the next decade of technological competition. Nations that successfully build large-scale AI infrastructure, supported by reliable energy supplies, may gain significant advantages in economic productivity, scientific research, and global competitiveness. As AI adoption expands across industries, from healthcare to manufacturing, the race to build the underlying infrastructure is likely to intensify. The challenge for governments, companies, and communities will be balancing rapid technological progress with sustainable energy use and environmental responsibility.
At EasyTask, your voice matters. Subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments below.